So, lads, today we saw kind of a crazy L game. We saw an absolutely crazy game, and we saw an Aces team almost lose to we saw them almost lose to a Mystics team without any of their players, which is something. We saw them lose to a team that had like none of their players, and not only that, we saw them lose now to the Storm in embarrassing fashion. And by the way, the Seattle Storm aren't that good. They're not that bad. They sleptwalked in their first game, but like this team's not that good. They have NECA and Skylar Diggins. I know Skylar Diggins didn't have the greatest game today, but NECA and Skylar Diggins have been have been in that top 5 player like conversation so far this season. I'm not saying top 5 players in the world. I'm saying top 5 players of this season, which is true. Which is 100% true. Like, they have been some of the top players this season. And like, you've got a whole bunch of players on this team that are good players. And just like on the Aces, you have a whole bunch of players that should be good players. Like, Angel Wilson's averaging under 20 points a game. She's averaging under 20 points a game. Like, we have just watched Angel Wilson have dropped back-to-back stinkers against mediocre at best teams. Like, I'll give them mediocre. I will give them mediocre because they're not terrible. They are not terrible teams. In terms of the Mystics without Brittany Sykes are terrible. Let's be honest. If the Fever lost to the Mystics without Brittany Sykes, people would be questioning whether or not Caitlin Clark, not only whether she should be an MVP candidate, whether she's even a good basketball player. You would be seeing the think pieces that Caitlin Clark is actually a negative on her team. You would be seeing that if that was happening. If the Fever lost to the Seattle Storm by 20, and again, the Seattle Storm are not bad. They're not good either. Like, they're not good. Like, they are a completely fine basketball team. And you've got them absolutely destroyed. And like, Liz Kitley scored a couple of points at the end, which is something. Liz Kitley came on and gave 11. What did Malonga have? 12? Or sorry, 8? Malonga came in, foot on a line, 3. Like, Malonga had 8 points. Like, Malonga played. I'm sorry. Like, at this stage, for the Seattle Storm, Noelle Quinn doesn't play rookies. If Dominique Malonga plays, it means the game's over. Erica Wheeler had 21 points. Erica Wheeler. This is Erica Wheeler. And by the way, where did this version of Erica Wheeler come from that just couldn't miss? She couldn't shoot last year. What happened? And this version of Erica Wheeler has not existed for years. For years. They only signed her to a hardship, or not to a hardship contract, to a training camp contract. She's not even on a guaranteed contract. She's on a minimum. I'm sorry. There is no excuse. Like, I understand that she was not great last year. And I wouldn't have necessarily kept Erica Wheeler either. But if you're asking me, who would you rather have, Erica Wheeler or Sid Colson? Give me Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler is at least a basketball player and not just there for vibes. But I don't know what the hell's wrong with the Aces. Like, I actually don't. Like, it is... I can't believe they're this bad. Like, they look awful against the Liberty. Aja was brilliant against the Liberty, by the way. The Connecticut Sun are the Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun are like, they are, by the way, if people cared more about them, they would be the meme team. They were up 15 points against the Lynx 2 nights ago. They were up 15. And it was game over. It was absolutely game over. And with 5 minutes to go, and they just decided to stop playing. They let them go on an 18-0 run. And then, after the 18-0 run, I kid you not, they hit a post up to bring it back to a 1-point game. Marina Mabry hit them with the "you're too small," and they didn't score the rest of the game and lost. Like, that is something that actually happened in a basketball game. And that is the only team, the only team that's didn't have, I was about to say that's competent. They're not competent. The Las Vegas Aces have lost twice in double digits to playoff teams. And the Seattle Storm are a playoff team, but are the 6th or 7th best team in the W. I'm going to go 6th. I had them below the Sky in my preseason one. Yeah, I'm wrong about that. I'm very, very wrong about that. The Seattle Storm are going to be a lot better than the Chicago Sky. Look, I don't think they're going to be brilliant, but I think they might just be 6th. They're not as good as the Dream. They're not as good as the Atlanta Dream. They're not as good as the Fever. They're not, and like, they're old. That is another problem with them. They're old. Like, as good as Alicia Clark is, as good as Nneka Nwumeke is, and obviously Skylar Diggins and Nneka have been unbelievable. They've played like MVPs. They're both 35. They're both 35. So, look, that means something. Like, I know you might kind of hope it doesn't, but no, it means something. It means something to be 35 years old, and over the course of the season, they're logging in so many minutes. Ezi Magbagor finally had a good game. You let Ezi Magbagor have double digits. This year's version of Ezi Magbagor, I don't know what happened to Ezi Magbagor, but she's been absolutely shocking. And obviously, I'm tired. If you guys know, when the Snuggie is on, especially in the summer, it means I've just got out of bed and I'm not bothered putting on anything else. That's when you know this has happened. And I'm only making these videos because I watched all 3 games at the same time. And we got to be honest. We got to be honest here. Like, this was an embarrassing performance from the Aces. Aja Wilson has been, I said this, I had Aja Wilson 9th on my MVP ladder. And I had Caitlin Clark 10th because I was like, Caitlin Clark had two unbelievable games, 2 bad games. And I said it after 3 games. I was like, they were like, oh, look at Aja Wilson. She's leading the team in every single statistical category. And I'm like, yeah, she is. But I'm like, they've played 3 games. They've won 2 and they've lost 1. And the only game Aja Wilson was good in was their loss. She was bad again today. Like, we need to take the damn point. We need to stop just shouting point guard with Chelsea Gray. I don't care. I don't care that she looked good and unrivaled. No. That's the one. I'm just using the word no to describe Chelsea Gray. I don't care if she's averaging 12 points per game. 4 of 13, 3 of 7, 2 of 7, 7 of 17. Like, she's doing it on freaking 2 of 8, 0 of 3. Fair enough, 3 of 5 and 3 in the first game, the loss. But like, Chelsea Gray's been terrible this year. Who have the best point guards in WNBA been? 1, Tash Cloud. Tash Cloud has so far this year. 2, Skylar Diggins. 3, Caitlin Clark. And they've been the best by a mile. 4, I kid you not, for the 4th best point guard in the WNBA. Who's been the 4th? I was going to make a crazy statement. 4th best has been, if Kelsey Plum's there, you put Kelsey Plum. Honestly, you put Kelsey Plum probably thereabouts with Caitlin. Courtney Williams, no. Like, she almost lost in the game against the Sun. Akoa McCanny is in that Paige Bueckers conversation. Carla Late is in that conversation. For, like, again, all of these players are above Chelsea Gray, by the way. Like, of starting point guards in the WNBA this season, Chelsea Gray has been better than whoever the hell starts for the Sun. Better than Pau Pau. She's been better than, not better than Courtney Williams. And better than Sloot. Sloot, Pau Pau, and whoever plays the 1 for the Sun. They don't really have a point guard. But, like, she's been the 9th best point. 9th best point guard in the WNBA this year. So can we stop the whole Chelsea Gray is the best point guard in the world talk? Can we just stop that? Can we just stop it? Like, I genuinely think that, like, if you want to actually have an argument for a point guard better than Caitlin Clark, and if you want to bring in that argument, go to Kelsey Plum, who's currently playing the 1 right now for the Sparks. Like, they're the only argument you can have right now, like, realistically, is Kelsey Plum, because again, Skylar Diggins is hit a purple patch. Tash Cloud is not better than her. If you want to find somebody that's actually in the conversation with Caitlin Clark, go to Kelsey Plum. the way she's been playing. But unfortunately, with these fans, they're not real basketball fans. They're Aces stands and Aegis stands. But because Kelsey Plum wanted to get away from the Aces, they'll never give Kelsey Plum the credit that she deserves. They will never give Kelsey Plum the credit that she deserves for these games. So yeah, that is it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But man, I watched this game. I turned on for a bit of the first half. I turned on the second half. Like, they were down, 21 at halftime? They were down, they were down more. They were down 26 at halftime. 22. That makes more sense. Down 14 plus, they didn't lose. They lost by 8, not 12. They were down 22 at halftime. And the second half was tied, pretty much. Because it was just bench v bench, a lot of it. Like, it was like bench v bench. The starters were getting blitzed. And you can see Liz Kitley was +7. Fair play to Liz Kitley, her first real game. And Kirsten Bell scoring. Kirsten Bell, she's shooting 100% on the year. She missed a shot yet? Oh, she missed. Wait, Kirsten Bell won a 3 in the first game. She had a big 3 in the first game, actually. Did she not? Or she hit a big 2? Either way. Fair play to Kirsten Bell scoring. Because you better believe that those fans have gone at her. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you guys.